social studies project, and I needed to make a journal. The journal had to be from the point of view of someone from the Revolutionary War. It had to have aged paper, a cover, and it had to be binded some way. We chose to sew with string. Here we're ripping the edges so that it looks more rough and more aged. We ripped the edges on all 4 sides, and we chose gray paper instead of white paper. Next, we added coffee, black and brown paint, and black tea. Later, we're going to soak the paper inside this. But we kept adding different colors and different things until we got a good color. It needed to be yellowish and brownish, and it needed to look dirty and old. When you're done making the color, you want to soak your paper into this mixture or substance. You want to soak it so that everything is wet and soaked, and you might have to move your tray around or move your paper around because it might not get to every place. Why isn't it? Next, we needed to dry this, but first, before we dried it, I kind of took some darker paint and coffee mixture and splattered it like Jackson Pollock. And then my dad used this heat gun and dried all of the wetness and also kind of burnt some edges and things. For this, you need adult supervision, and you also need a heat gun. And this is not a hair dryer, so do not dry your hair with this. It was always really cool to see the color kind of changing to a golden brown color. And it also, the paper smelled really bad. It really looks like it's getting older and like old parchment or something. Since we had tried it once, we could use teamwork and do it at double time. My dad used the heat gun and I soaked it in the water and splatter painted it. Here's the final copy of all 6 pages. I think they came out pretty good. Next, we needed to make the front and back cover. We found these wood samples at my dad's work, and my dad kind of scratched them with this knife. But just these scratches weren't enough, so we crumpled up the paper so it would have folds and yeah. Next, I needed to write something on it, so I wrote journal in cursive, and I wrote the name of the person that was writing the journal, which had to be a colonial old name, so I chose Helen Smith. Now we're almost done. We finished the cover and we finished aging all the pages. The next day, we took a thick needle and we sewed it together with string. And this is our last finishing. Boom. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, please.